Hi, I'm Angela. This video called Getting Caught Up on a Connection That Can't Last is one very close to my life experience because it was my breaking point in relationships and perhaps what catapulted, I can't even speak because it's so big, catapulted me into my commitment and passion more for love and relationship coaching and learning and teaching. And I think you learn more as you teach and you do relationships. When I had a relationship where we did get on, but it couldn't last, meaning there was connection, I had deep feelings for my partner, but I had to face over about a year and a half that it wasn't going to last. It was like the hardest point of my journey through adult love relationships. I've had other challenges in my family, but this one was the biggest one in my adult love relationships. And I really I got so stuck. And what happened as a result was every night, every day, I'm trying to think if there was a moment where I wasn't thinking about this, that it's not going to work, it's not going to last, it can't last. And then I would go back to why can't it work? But maybe it could work. But if what I it maybe it could. I was in a cycle for I can't remember how long. It was a very long period, perhaps a year to 18 months, where I went through that cycle. And at the beginning of the cycle, I think I was still breaking up from the relationship, so I wasn't so in the thoughts. But then when we were actually ended, the thoughts took over, and it was a nightmare. And at that point, I decided to work more with the soul and say, I can't handle my mind anymore. It's destroying not just me, but any sense of my ability to connect to the world. So it wasn't my sense of self that was just not able to function, but it was my ability to connect to what gave me joy naturally, like nature or animals, dance, breathing. I couldn't experience life. So what I learned from that process was that people in relationships that don't work, whether you're going through a divorce or contemplating dumping the divorce option on your partner, or perhaps you know your partner's doing that contemplation and you're terrified of the aftermath or the conversation and what's going to result. It's a terrifying place. So hats off to you if you're there or you've gone through it. Why am I saying hats off? Because going through that, having gone through it myself, what I learned was there are moments in life where we give so much power as if that relationship or losing that relationship or not holding on to that relationship is much more powerful than what we are or who we are. And as a result, I was forced to go to my soul and connect because I had nowhere else to go. And for some of you, you may not have gone to your soul, but you tapped into it anyway because you had to go into that deep resource within you that just said, stuff this, I'm going to make it. I don't know how, but I'm going to get through this. I'm going to lose that person or move on from that person, create a new life. And I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. So that's why I give my hats off to you because you tapped into that reserve, whatever that is. So I would like to just share that when you get caught up, it is a transformational turning point of your life, which you don't have to get right or wrong because it's done through you simply moving on and taking the steps of your new life. And if you've ever gone through divorce, especially with children to take care of as well, it's huge. Finding a new place, getting financially sustainable, working out how to drive from A to B, working out how to live in a whole new way. It's a transformational process to be a new person. And I would just like to honor you and say that this is a stepping stone to show you that you're not that relationship. Yes, it was hard, but you're so much more. And the relationship doesn't define you. It was certainly traumatic to teach you something for a reason. Fortunately, my relationship wasn't traumatic at any level, except that I just didn't have my dream or illusion of love fulfilled. But I got a very different sense of what deep, true love could be for me. And that deep, true sense of what true love can be for you will be unique for you. It won't be my version. It can't be. But I had to go through my getting caught up on someone to get to that true deep love that I was looking for, which wasn't that relationship. But certainly that relationship gave me doorways to the true love. But the relationship I have now is where I was headed towards. And that's always where you'll be on your journey, whether it's a long-term relationship, a short-term relationship. The relationship that you're getting caught up in losing or keeping or not sure how you're going to leave, it's not where you're headed. It's what you're going through in order to get to where you're going.